Hey guys, this is Jonathan from Fitness for Freedom. Today we are going to show you how to improve the mobility and the flexibility of your wrists. Having wrist mobility and flexibility is really important, especially if you work at an office all day and you're typing and that makes your wrists sore, or if you're someone who likes to play tennis or golf where you have to have really good range of motion through your wrist to be able to hit the ball well, or if you're someone who does a lot of grip style exercises, if you're holding on to heavy weights and you're gripping all the time, then all of those things could lead to wrist pain, and having good wrist mobility and flexibility is really important to help prevent injuries from happening. So there's a few stretches and a few exercises that you can do to really help with that. So the first one that we usually give clients to do would be just a simple wrist circle. So you wouldn't have to do this all the time, especially if you're already exercising, but it's good to get the blood flowing to your wrist muscles, or if you are typing a lot in the middle of your day, then you can continue, then you can just take a break to do these, and that might be enough to help alleviate some of the pain, okay? So once we've done about 15 or 20 of those in each direction, then we can do the wrist flexion stretch. So what's very important when you're doing this exercise or the stretch is that you keep your elbow perfectly straight. So a lot of people try to do it with their elbow bent, and then that's not quite as an effective way to do the stretch. So keep your arm straight and pull your hand straight back. Now I'll go to the other side. The other thing that people do is they forget to stretch their thumb and they'll just do their fingers like this. But if you want to get the most possible stretch out of it, don't forget about your thumb, okay? And that gives you a lot of good stretch. Now the next stretch that we're going to do is the wrist extensor stretch, okay? So we're going to make a fist, okay? And then pull the fist towards us. And by pulling the fist towards us, you'll feel a really strong stretch up through here. Okay, so a lot of people when they do this stretch, they'll do it just with a flat hand, which isn't necessarily wrong, but if you want to get more of a stretch out of it, make a fist as you do it. Now, if you're short on time, like that can take a little bit of time to do both on each side. What you can do is stand at a desk or a table like we have here, and you can stand over it and then just lean forward. So if I'm doing the flexor stretch, then I'm just going to lean forward like this over the desk. And then by doing that, that's a good way for me to get a good stretch. And then if I'm going to do the opposite way, I just turn my palms up and lean forward, okay? And as I go over, like that's a pretty strong stretch right there for me. You'll feel it a lot more, and it's a little bit quicker than doing both of them separately, okay? So now the next thing that I like to do or recommend people do is to use a roller. So this is just a typical foam roller. It's a bit shorter than one of the big ones. It's got a good cushion to it though, so it's pretty effective. Now we're going to roll both sides of our forearms to help alleviate some of those muscle knots. And all you do is you get a table or a bench or something, and you put the roller on it, and we're going to roll back and forth just like this. And then just like any other muscle group that we roll, when we find a spot that's sore, like this is a bit tender on me right here, I'm going to stay on that spot a little bit longer and just do little tiny rolls back and forth. And if it hurts too much or it's too much pressure, I just ease off a little bit, okay? So I'm not putting my full weight on it as much. Okay, so once we've done our extensor muscles, then we can roll over and get to the flexor ones, just like this. And if we can just roll back and forth on all the spots that hurt the same way as we would for any other muscle group, then that can be a very effective way to help not only decrease the pain that you might feel in your wrists and forearms, but also help improve the mobility and the flexibility through your arms, so that when you're doing all these daily activities or playing sports, you're not only decreasing your chance of becoming injured, but you can also feel pretty good afterwards from doing it. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our YouTube channel because we deliver content just like it every week. If you have any comments or questions about wrist mobility or flexibility, please leave them in the box below. Take care, and we'll talk to you next time.